So I just put 14 more gallons of fuel in here. I reset that a little bit, too late. We actually were gone about 10 miles before I reset that, or so, 10 or 11 miles. So I figure I've gone about 125 miles actually, and put 14 gallons in it. So that hand calculates to around 8.9, and the dash is showing 8.7. So it's almost right on the money this time. It's getting pretty miserable fuel economy actually compared to what I expected out of this, because the trailer is not a big one. It's just a little 6.5 by 12 utility trailer. So ouch, this trip is hurting. But we're gonna head on down the road, try to get some lunch, start riding. So be back later. So we finally made it. This place is absolutely packed today. There were hundreds of trucks and trailers up front. Lots of ATVs and side-by-sides here today. Probably the most crowded I've seen it in many, many years. I think people are just so sick and tired of being cooped up the last couple of years, and they're ready to get out and ride now that it's springtime. Everybody's coming out. It's probably about 55 degrees out here. Kind of cloudy, but the sun should be out here shortly, so it's gonna be a beautiful day. We're in a part of the lake right now where it's really shallow, so lots of people will come down here and drive around to clean the excess mud and stuff out of your machine. Kind of like a free car wash, But we're gonna do a little riding down here at Turkey Bay in the land between the lakes. Hopefully get a little bit of footage of the Can-Am and maybe a little bit of the Honda Rancher too. But more or less, we're just having a good time down here. Nice little weekend getaway. Well, not really, because I'm in two-wheel drive. Once you get up here, you have a beautiful view though. I'm actually going to stop right here for a minute. There's supposed to be a cemetery up here. I want to try and find it. It's kind of cool to find these old cemeteries and all the history of this place. It's kind of neat. I don't think there's anything in the world that would make a young boy happier than playing in the mud. It's just something we never grow out of. So now you think you're a hot shot. So this area right here, we call it the mud flats because, well, it's pretty obvious. It's a big, flat, muddy area. And right now the water level is down. The Corps of Engineers starts to bring the water level up in April. So we got here just in time. Here in about 2 weeks, you won't be able to stand where we're standing right now. But this is a really fun area. Over the last 20 years, we've had a blast down here. My friend Larry used to get his Toyota truck buried over there. The last time we were here, I got my ATV so buried right in here that I had to go get my Jeep Gladiator to bring down here to pull it out because the ATV with the winch wouldn't pull it out. So, I mean, it's you can have a lot of fun down here for sure, but you can also get into a lot of trouble real quick. This stuff out here is like quicksand, and once you get down in it, you're pretty much done. So, yeah, fun times. Wow. You just went through that in 2-wheel drive, and I had to put it in 4-wheel drive and still had some trouble. That's crazy. So I got to take back what I said about these tires in the mud. I guess they're not so bad in the mud after all. They done had a boo-boo. Now we got our firewood. Next thing we got to do is figure out how to get our tent set up. I bought a brand new one and it's never been taken out of the box, so hopefully I've got everything I need. Good morning. Bright, beautiful morning out here. It's going to be a gorgeous day. Had to stoke up the fire a little bit because the temperature dipped down into the 30s this morning. But like I said, sun is out and it's going to be a beautiful day. The Walmart tent that we picked up on our way down here, it worked out okay. This is what they call an easy up or easy pitch. I don't know what they call it, but the idea is you just kind of unfold it and it all clicks into place. All the poles are pre-assembled, everything's clipped. All you got to do is unfold it and it sets up pretty easy. And it worked pretty good. The only thing I don't like about it is that the whole top of it is a screen. and then all they give you to keep the rain out is that rain fly. So in our case, we had a little space heater in there, and we couldn't get it warm because all the heat just rolled up out of that screen. So I'd rather have, you know, the top made out of that same nylon or polyester, whatever it is. You know, the whole top should be enclosed like tents used to be. And I guess you could still probably buy them like that, but Walmart didn't have any. So that was a shame. Couldn't really get super warm in there, but we did have sleeping bags, so we were okay. And we got the fire stoked up now, so we'll get some breakfast here and head back out on the trails. There's a guy over there that has one of the brand new Ford Broncos with the Sasquatch package, so if I see them go out today, I might go follow them and see what he gets into. That could be fun. So one thing I have noticed about that Can-Am V-Twin, it loves gasoline. We've already burned a half of a tank of fuel on that thing, and my Honda is still almost full. So definitely a huge difference in terms of fuel usage on the Can-Am because of those twin cylinders. So before we head out here, we were just talking about fuel economy because everything is so expensive right now. So this one apparently has a 5.5 gallon tank on it, and it's showing a half of a tank used. So we figured, you know, we only went like 24 miles yesterday is what we rode. So we figured that one is averaging about 9 miles to the gallon. And the Rancher here, if you can see it, it's still completely full. I mean, I know it's used some gas, so I mean, even if it just used, say, 1 gallon, that's about 24 miles to the gallon. So over double the fuel economy, you know, out on the trail with the Rancher versus the Can-Am. And it's just because you got 2 cylinders to feed over there. That V-Twin likes the gasoline, and that's really the only drawback to the V-Twin. That's probably why, like, Suzuki, Arctic Cat, all the other companies that make these big high horsepower ATVs, they still stuck with a single cylinder so they can get some decent fuel economy out of them. The Can-Am V-Twin makes a lot of torque, but man, it sure does love the gasoline. There proves that ground clearance makes all the difference in the world. Well, he finally got the Outlander stuck, looks like. He gives up. So now we got another issue. Looks like it's overheating. He said the temperature went to 242? 243. So yeah, that's that V-Twin for you, making all that heat. And it does not like the radiator to get dirty. I guess it's got a lot of mud up in the radiator now, so I'm gonna try and get that cleaned out and cool this thing off. That's one thing about these fancy machines. You know, you have to, you gotta be a little more maintenance friendly with them, I guess. You gotta be careful with them and keep them happy. You know, they're a lot more finicky. Finally got it cooled off, I think. Ran it through the water a whole bunch, back and forth through the lake, and it finally splashed enough water up in there that it cleaned the radiator out. At least well enough that we can keep it cool now. So that's good. But we've had a good time though. I mean, this weather is picture perfect and it's been absolutely beautiful all day. We've had the opportunity to do some more trails that we haven't done before. So it's been fun. Well, it was another fun trip down there at Turkey Bay, four-wheeling and checking out the lake and all the history of the place, doing some exploring, eating some good food, enjoying the campfire and everything that comes along with it. But at the end of the day, the unfun part, definitely the not fun part, is cleaning everything back up again. So we end up spending a good amount of quarters at the car wash cleaning all these things up. But you got to take care of your machine. You got to keep them clean and keep all that mud and sand and grit out of the joints and everything the best that you can. Try to extend their life a little bit. So anyway, it's been a good trip, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the beautiful lake down there. I'm sure that we'll be back again, but the next trip that we're going to go on, I want to go try some different place. There's a brand new off-road park called Mine Made over in eastern Kentucky, and that's where we're going to go next time. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.